Hi everyone, this video is going to be a quick look at Clinique's new blushes. They are called Cheek Pop Blush Pops, and they have just released. They are available at the link that I will provide in the description box for you. You can buy them at Sephora and at Nordstrom stores. They are released in 4 shades, and they cost $21 each. As always, I will have a more in-depth review at allurabeauty.com, which will also have photographs of the swatches. A link to the blog sale with new items is in the description box below also, along with some sneak peek at some upcoming MAC collections. I've mentioned this before, but for those of you who don't know, YouTube has made it so that you do not get to see all of the uploaded videos that I post for the channel, unless you go to the tab next to the subscription tab, where the settings are, and you choose to actually be notified when I upload new videos. So if you want to make sure you don't miss any of these new items or collections or swatches that I'm showing you, please go and subscribe that way. So here is the very adorable new packaging for these blushes, and each has an embossed daisy on the pan. This first color is Ginger Pop, Peach Pop, Berry Pop, and Plum Pop. Alright, I'm going to start with Ginger Pop. And this is a light ginger mauve shade. And I'm going to apply another layer of color to get a stronger finish for those of you wanting a stronger showing of pigmentation. So there's Ginger Pop with 1 and 2 layers. Here is 1 layer of Peach Pop. And this is, I would say, more of a pinky coral color as opposed to a peach. So there's 1 layer of color applied. And here it is with 2 layers. Trying to build up the color here. So there's what 1 and 2 layers of Peach Pop looks like. Here is Berry Pop, which is in the pan a very bright, hot pink color. It's much more sheer, obviously, once applied to the skin. Here is the blush with layer 2 applied. Alright, so there's Berry Pop with 1 and 2 layers. And here is Plum Pop, which in the pan is more of a, let's say, violet color or magenta color. Here is the second layer of Plum Pop. It's definitely not a plum shade, despite the name of the color. Alright, so there's 1 and 2 layers. Okay, so there's a look at Clinique's 4 new Cheek Pop Blush Pops. I'm very honestly not sure what to think of these. I really like the finish that the blush has on the skin because it really sort of sinks in and blends into the skin instead of looking like a powder that's just applied on top. The colors don't have any shimmer in them, but they do have sort of a natural sheen to them as opposed to being really flat and matte. But the powder doesn't seem to want to pick up from the pans, so I really had to put a lot of pressure on the brush to sort of scrape up the product from the pan in order to get the color to transfer, and even then you saw me layering a lot to get the color to show up. Now, sometimes swatches on the arm are a little different from swatches on the face. It's never drastically different, but sometimes it is more noticeable. The colors for things like blushes are more noticeable on the face if you have something like foundation applied, because it helps the powder adhere to the skin. But I will just have to wait and see. So please check the written review that will be at allurabeauty.com if you're interested more in the performance of these blushes and how they apply to the cheeks. But my initial impression is that they take more work to get the pigmentation to translate onto the skin. You could also use a more dense brush to try to get more powder to transfer. The drawback of doing that is that it's harder to blend out and make it look seamless when you're using something that's more dense, but that is something that I will also try while testing these blushes. Alright, I hope you enjoyed looking at this new product with me. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you in the next one.